can drive the boat from up here, we get a better view of everything. And then we also have our main bridge down here. And this is usually where we'll spend most of our time if we're in transits or just out at sea. She's big from the outside. She's a bit cozy when you get down there. We'll go check it out. But 8 is pretty comfortable. So it's pretty roomy down here. This is all of our media stuff. Our campaigns rely a lot on media or video imaging. Depends on our campaign if we're doing research or looking after poachers or doing any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So this is a big area for us. Then we have our galley. It's a small galley. We are a strictly vegan ship. And then this is our mess, crew mess. So this is where we all hang out. This is where we'll eat together, hang out. We've got a TV. Yeah, so we're going to be going into shallow waters when we're in Barbuda. So this boat can't necessarily maneuver around those areas, so we'll be using the small boat and our jet ski to kind of transfer people back and forth and do the research and patrolling in the shallow areas. We've got 2 companionways, both lead to the same area. Right. So we'll go this way. We've got a couple showers and heads on board. And then this is where everyone sleeps. So this side will mimic the other side of the boat. 4 bunks and can pretty much fit on each in each cabin.
Well, this is definitely not a direct action type campaign. It's more of a conservation campaign, a science-based campaign. Basically since 5-6 years ago, Sea Shepherd has been moving in a direction where we're now working in partnership with governments and helping them with their conservation issues. Examples of that are Mexico, Peru, Gabon, east coast of Africa, a couple of places there, Tanzania, where we basically will partner and provide an offshore patrol vessel to that nation, take on board their marine police or their rangers or enforcement officers, and then together we'll go out and catch poachers or illegal fishermen, etc.
The hoaxbills, which is what this survey is focusing on, they're the most endangered, they're critically endangered species, and turtles obviously play a big role in marine ecosystems. Hoaxbills live on coral reefs and feed on sponges. They're one of the only animals that actually feeds on sponges on coral reefs, so they help to manage the sponge population and the balance. If you didn't have hoaxbills breaking open giant sponges, they would actually overgrow reefs just as algae overgrows reefs if you don't have sea urchins or something.
This vessel just came across from Europe. It's been campaigning in the Med last couple of years, and it just underwent a big refit in Florida. New engines, new generators, giving it a new lease on life. We put over 16,000 hours on the main engines, and it's well past overhaul. And so we just repowered in Lauderdale a couple of weeks ago.
So she's ready for action now?
Absolutely. So this boat was built specifically for a round-the-world record-breaking attempt, which was to go around the world in under 80 days. And she's been powered since day one with Cummins diesels. She was originally powered by twin Cummins 6 CTA diesels, which were about 360 horsepower each. Sea Shepherd repowered in 2010 in Perth, Western Australia. I put twin Cummins QSC 8.3 litre diesels inside the engine room, which were about 550 horsepower each. So we went up by 200 horsepower per engine. Those were put in basically to be able to keep up and to outrun the Japanese harpoon ships down in the Southern Ocean. So it gave us an extra 3-4 knots. The harpoon ships are 72 meters long, they're extremely maneuverable, and they can hit 21-22 knots without any problem. So we just needed a couple of knots extra to be able to outrun them if need be.
So why Antigua and Barbuda?
We started a campaign last year, and it was by chance. It was basically a humanitarian campaign called Operation Good Pirates, and that campaign started sort of spontaneously with Hurricane Irma, And we were then contacted by various NGOs and organizations like UNICEF and the Red Cross to bring aid to various countries that needed help. And right when we started that campaign, we were actually heading towards St. Martin when Maria hit. And we rerouted to Dominica and ended up spending the bulk of our efforts down there.
I mean, what are your thoughts on them supporting Japan's whaling rights?
We're obviously against any country that votes yes at the IWC. Whaling is a antiquated, archaic, barbaric activity. There's no real, I think using the traditional whaling as an excuse doesn't really hold any water. So yeah, Sea Shepherd's core purpose was set up as an anti-whaling organization. We're still on the same page with that. We haven't changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So my name is Jack. I am the second mate and drone pilot on board this vessel, and have been working with Sea Shepherd for the last 2 years. In my normal operations in Milagro, in Mexico, we take in poachers' nets and we free animals, and that's like all we do all day, and just 24/7 of just constantly freeing animals from nets, and doing this like for months at a time, where we freed like over 3,000 animals. That's like my thing. That's utterly amazing. That's why I'm here.